Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be testing out the NYX Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation. So if you would like to see a review and a 10-hour wear test, please keep watching. So today is actually Halloween and I plan on staying up late. Well, really, I've been staying up late the last 2 weeks anyways because I have a newborn, but I'm definitely going to stay up late tonight and eat some of Jane's candy, and then Frank and I are going to watch some Halloween movies. Halloween is definitely my favorite holiday. I feel like I waited forever for it to come back around this year, and then now it's gone, so I'm sad. But I am wearing this super cute Hocus Pocus shirt that I got last year off of Etsy. So cute. So I'm just going to prep my skin, and then I will read you guys some information about this foundation. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. Aqua Primer Mist. I haven't used this in a really long time, so let's try this again. This is the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Hourglass primer. So I'm gonna... Ew, it says mine expired 2017. Maybe we shouldn't use it. I mean, it smells okay. Watch, next time I see you guys, I'm gonna come back and I'll have pimples everywhere. But I'm just gonna use it. Screw it. This could be a bad thing, but I guess I'll find out. I never noticed that NYX put the date on there. Normally, yeah, see, this foundation just says 12 months. That's normally what makeup products say, but this has like the actual date, 3/2017. Ugh. I mean, it's not burning or anything, so that's good. I should probably throw it away after this video though. Okay, so while that sinks into my skin, I'm going to read you guys some information. So you do get 1.01 full ounces. I have the shade Buff, and there's no information on this at all. So this retails for $10, which is not bad, especially for a 1 full ounce. I think that's pretty reasonable. And it comes in 45 different shades. This says that it's exclusive online only. I don't know, maybe that's just the shade that's online only. Let me see. So some shades are online only and some you can get in store, but it says exclusive, so I wonder if that means you can only get it from Ulta or maybe like the NYX store. It has 4 stars and it says, "We can't even. The NYX Professional Makeup Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation is so glorious." Oh, glorious. Available in a range of 45 truly flattering shades. Our formula delivers buildable medium coverage and a naturally radiant finish that lasts. This natural glow foundation tube is the key to creating a truly radiant look. Whether you are looking for a foundation for dry skin, which I have, or foundation for oily skin, this liquid foundation blends like a dream with buildable coverage and even works with your skin to help create a smooth, even tone look. Featuring a vegan formula. So it says the benefits are foundation in 45 shades, buildable medium coverage that lasts all day, best foundation for dewy glow, cruelty-free vegan formula. And then this says how to use. Apply to primed and moisturized face with a foundation brush and blend with a pro sponge. Want more coverage? Just add a layer. This stuff stays smooth and blends like a dream. This says pro tip, use the Born to Glow illuminating primer before applying the foundation for a smoothing extra dewy boost. I like how on here you can click on the shade and it'll tell you what the undertone is, so that's really nice. So I'm gonna look up the undertone for this. It's beige with neutral undertone. Buff is what I have. It might actually be too dark. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's actually going to be a little bit too dark. Well, it looks like it's going to match my body, but my face and my neck, I didn't tan it all this summer, so I don't really have a color there, but it's really creamy. So I'm going to do this side with my Sonia Kashuk sponge. Feels really lightweight, like I can't even feel it. I always get so paranoid wearing white shirts with makeup on. So I didn't use a dewy primer, I used more of like a smoothing primer in my opinion. So it doesn't look very dewy on the skin, but right now like my hormones are all out of whack. Like I said, I just had a baby, so they're trying to like even out I think at this point. So I'm more dry on the outside and combination down the center. That looks pretty good. That's just one layer. So I'm going to do the same on the other side, and I'm going to use my Tarte foundation brush. Like I'm getting Maybelline dewy plus smooth foundation vibes. Okay, right off the bat, I definitely prefer this foundation with a sponge. Yeah, not a big fan of it applied with a brush. It looks more matte with a brush, doesn't it? Or is it just me? But I think that you'll get more coverage with a brush. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Like, to me, I feel like you could build this up to full coverage even though it says medium. So maybe the best way to apply this is with a brush and then over it with a sponge like how it suggested. Yeah, to me, I feel like I'm getting full coverage. Now just over with my sponge. So this is what my skin looks like with the foundation. To me, this is full coverage. I could be crazy, but I definitely feel like I got full coverage out of this foundation. Feels like super lightweight, like it doesn't feel like I'm really wearing anything at all. And I think since I used that kind of like smoothing primer instead of like a dewy primer, it's kind of like a, would you call this like a satin finish? Because it's not dewy and it's not 100% matte either. It's like in between, so maybe this is like a satin finish. But I think I was able to get this kind of finish because of the primer that I used. So I guess I'll keep that in mind for the next time. If I want more of a dewy look, then I'll use a dewy primer. If I want more of like this, I'll use the Angel Bella primer. And if I want more of a matte look, I guess I'll use a matte primer. But I'm perfectly okay with how this looks right now. So for concealer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Fair. This is one of my favorites. And then in with my sponge. Then I'm going to do a little bit of cream contouring. So I'm going to go in with my ColourPop New Renaissance Sculpting Stick, my Artis Oval 3 brush, so this is what my skin looks like with concealer, foundation, and some contour. Just gonna quickly fill in my brows. I'm gonna bust this Benefit Brow pomade stuff out. I haven't used that in a while. And this is in the shade 1. And then to set my brows, I'm using the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. This is so good. This is in the shade Blonde. So I am pretty sticky, but I'm just gonna lightly set my face. I'm gonna use my La Prairie loose powder in the shade 2. I'm just trying to use it up, but if I wasn't going to use this, my favorite like drugstore option is the Coty Airspun. To set my under eyes, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I've yet to find a drugstore under eye powder, so let me know if you know of any in the comments below. And then I'm going to lightly go on top of that with my KKW Beauty, what is this? Brightening powder in the shade 1. This eyebrow, I need to fix that. What is going on? Now I can't stop staring at it. What is wrong with it? Anyways, so this is what my skin looks like with foundation, concealer, and powder. I think it looks really nice. I never know how to set a dewy foundation because I need to set this area where I put my bronzer, but I always end up setting like my whole face and then I just kind of defeat the purpose of using a dewy foundation. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below, because I feel like if I wear a dewy foundation and I just set it with powder, it's not dewy anymore, it's matte. So, but anyways, I think it looks really nice. So it is 3:41, so we'll just make the call time 3:45. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back to let you guys know how everything applies. So I'm back. I'm going to tell you guys everything that's on my face. So for bronzer, I used my new favorite bronzer. This is the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. This is in the shade medium. The best way to describe this is like the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders. It goes on so smooth and it looks amazing. Then I just wanted to deepen it up a little bit, so I did contour a little bit on my cheeks and my chin. So I just used my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and I just took the light and medium contour shades. For blush, I used my Alamar Colorette Blush Trio and I used the shade called Seclusion. For highlighter, this is like my new favorite highlighter as well. This is from CoverGirl and it's the Super Stunner highlighter in the shade Pearl Crush. So pretty. So for eyes, I used my Huda Beauty Rose Gold eyeshadow palette and I just used the shade Bossy, Flamingo, and Shy and just kind of like blended the three together on my lid and my lower lash line. And I put a little bit of ColourPop Cry Baby in my waterline. For lips, I used my Buxom Plump Line lip liner in the shade Dolly Danger. These are so good. These are by far my favorite lip liners. They're so good. You could also use them to fill in your entire lip if you wanted. And then for lip color, I used Stila Patina. I believe this used to be pretty popular about a year or two ago, so I busted this out. And then I just set my face with MAC Fix Plus. This is Gold Light. And my Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. Here's a close-up of my skin. There is something totally wrong with the eyebrow and I cannot figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off here and I will see you guys back here in about 4 hours for my first check-in. Hey guys, so I'm back for my 4-hour check-in. It is 8:13 right now, so I've had this on for a little over 4 hours and I haven't even looked. So let's see. Ooh, my forehead still looks really good. Like sometimes foundations go right through this like forehead crease I have, which is not a big deal because I have bangs, but I always like to look to see if it does that, and it kind of did, but not really. Like all of this still looks really nice. My cheeks look really nice. It doesn't look dewy at all on my skin though. Like this is definitely like a satin matte on me, probably because of the primer and then I set it with powder. I still really like it. I think here before too long, when I do foundation first impressions, I think I'm going to start doing half my face with a matte primer and half my face with a dewy primer and then the foundation all over, obviously. I think that would be like a really good way to see how the foundation works with like different types of primers all in one video. So let me know what you guys think about that. I think that's what I'm going to start doing here from now on. But for now, I'm going to give you guys a close-up of my skin. Looks pretty good. Alright, I'll see you guys back here in another 4 hours. Hey guys, so I'm back for my 8-hour check-in. It is midnight, so I've had this foundation on for a little over 8 hours and it still looks really good. I don't think I have to powder or anything. Normally I have to powder like right here, I'm convinced, because of my bangs. Well, let's see. I guess we could just powder and see, because sometimes I like to see what happens after I powder, whether I get like oily or cakey or the foundation starts to separate, so we might as well. And then I'll wait another 2 hours and then I'll come back for my final check-in when I've had this on for 10 hours. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my Morphe pressed powder. This is the Filter Effect Filter number 3 finishing powder. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to press that in the center. Ooh, I guess I was like a little more oily up there than I thought. You know, when I used this powder to set the Morphe foundation, I didn't like it. Like, I did a video testing out the Morphe foundation, concealer, powder, and sponges, I think, from the Fluidity line, and I didn't like any of it, but I kept the powder. I gave away the concealer and the foundation because it just wasn't for me, but this is the first time I've used the powder on top, like just to kind of touch up, and I actually really like it. Like, that looks nice. So this is what my skin looks like after 8 hours and some powder. Still looks really good. I did eat and drink. I just ate a bunch of Halloween candy and some popcorn. So my lip stuff is kind of messed up, but my skin still looks really nice. So next time I see you guys, it'll be for my final check-in. So I will see you guys here in a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm back for my final check-in. It is 1:46. I'm so tired, but we started watching the movie 1407, so I kind of want to finish it before I pass out. And little woman is still awake. My little lady is still awake, so I might as well finish the movie. But anyways, so this foundation still looks really good, although I do think after I powdered right here, it started to look a little cakey. Does that make sense? Not like cakey, but like you can see the foundation kind of like breaking up a little bit. It's not terrible, but like I can actually see it now. It doesn't look as smooth. And then I noticed that it went in these lines right here, which is weird because normally when I use a dewy or luminous foundation, it never does that. Only like matte foundations do that to me, so that was a little odd. Again, it could have been that super old primer, but I think it was just the foundation. I definitely don't think that this is a, what did it say, radiant foundation? I just don't. I don't know. And I even think if I would have used a dewy primer, I feel like I still would have got the same result on my face, so I'm just like a little bit confused. So let me know if you guys have tried this in the comments below and what primer you used and what kind of finish that you got, because I'm just like kind of baffled. Like, I don't hate it, and for $10, like, I think that's a good price. I like the shade of it. I think it lasted, you know, the whole 10 hours, and it'll probably last another 2, 3, 4 if I wanted it to. I just think it's weird that I can see like a bunch of like bumps that I didn't know I had. No, Hazel. A bunch of bumps on my skin that I didn't even know I had until I put this on, so that's like a little weird. It's almost like accentuating them in a way. So to be completely honest, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm like 50-50. Well, I'll say 70-30 because I don't hate it. Like, I would wear it again, but 30% of me is like confused just by the description and all of that, because I don't feel like I got what they said that this was going to do for me, I guess is what I'm saying. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to continue to use this. I might slap it on my face tomorrow and then use a dewy primer, and if I do that, I will update it in the description box of this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this foundation first impression of the NYX Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.